Hello there, BoBo the Bitcoiner is back. It's time for us to worry about privacy. Okay, we all don't take it seriously. In fact, we took it for granted. But let's discuss about privacy. Human beings cannot escape acting. Cannot escape acting. Being human beings, every interpersonal action is either the exchange of words, that is communication, exchange of product, that is property, and the exchange of value, that is money. It is this primitive that make human being as we are. Technological progress is the most important enabler in fostering the exchange of words, produce, and value. But technology is very demanding. Human beings must learn, understand, and adapt to ever-changing technological change. And because technology comes with complexity attached, middleman has to handle this complexity on behalf of human being. While the middleman is helping human society to actualize technological vast potential, we are increasingly subject to centralized power monitoring and controlling of our lives. With human interaction, there is intermediaries around the communication, property, and value or money being continuously more digital. Everyday human interactions has also grown more intermediated to the point where the digital life is entirely depending on the third party. From content censorship or outright deplatforming to personal data exploits and general privacy infringement to slight user manipulation and relentless user monetization. The pitfalls of centralization are manifold. There are no denying, as inhabitants of the digital world, we are completely at the mercy of powerful intermediaries. The need to get rid of these intermediaries has never been greater because of convenience, network effect, and the lack of alternative. Hardly anyone managed to break free from tech monopolists. Google immediately comes to mind. When you need to find something, we Google, right? When we need to go to some location, not certain, we Google. When we need to communicate, we WhatsApp. When socializing, we Facebook. Frankly, we can we live today without a mobile phone? Of course. The technology has been dictated by the corporation, and now the states have far more or too long power already control over us. We are enjoying it because of the convenience that these intermediaries supply, and but at the same time, we also realize that we are being trapped and controlled by our communication, property, and money. People are beginning to realize no can-do land. If this continue, we have no more choice. Everything is predicted for us, that dictated for us, spoon-fed to us, decided by for us. In no time, we will be led by the nose to think, to react, to behave, and in every manner that the intermediaries want us. Think our life is better off living this way? No, not right, right? But do we have a choice? Not until recently, we have a potential in the form of non-sovereign money called Bitcoin. It is Bitcoin that has the potential to take away government power over money, give it back to the individual, thereby equipping us with for sovereignty over their own money. With Bitcoin as non-sovereign money, exchanging value can be done digitally in a peer-to-peer fashion. No intermediaries are required or needed for digital transfer of value between the two parties, be it friend or stranger. Interacting with money, no matter what form it takes, has become entirely free from the centralized third party. Bitcoin's success in providing ordinary people with the self-sovereignty in monetary matters has inspired entrepreneurs and developers to extend this self-sovereignty to the area of general computing. This is made possible with today's personal computer, right? Before, the computer, so-called mainframe, were largely owned by large corporations, and only the rise of personal computer make it possible for every regular person to have a computer at home. Having a personal computer has not been enough, especially not in the globally connected web of computers, talking to each other over the internet. Software as a service, SaaS, company established themselves as indispensable mediator between the human and their computer. As such, they enable a convenience and smooth user experience. Right? For the interconnected web of computers by running server farms on behalf of individuals. And the presence of this server, today mostly in the form of cloud computing, let the centralization become the norm. Okay, server don't need to be centrally run by large corporation. Open source and free operating system like Linux and Ubuntu allow the operation of private server. Companies themselves that don't want to be dependent on the other companies are running their own server thanks to Linux and Ubuntu. Unfortunately, this operating system has not been made for everyday user to run their own server, as they require a large degree of technical competency and attention. And as the individual, it's difficult to just hire a system administrator or a development officer or engineer. Things are changing though. What has been missing for the sovereign computing to take off is now being developed. New type of open source, free and permissionless operating system that are more accessible than Linux and Ubuntu. They come in the form of plug and play and represent one-stop shop for all sorts of self-hosted computer application. At the click of a button, this new personal server can be bootstrapped while being smoothly operated through a convenient, customer-friendly user interface. As a consequence, computing is shifting from room full of computers, commonly known as data center, owned by corporation, to personal computer run at home and owned by regular individuals. Two most prominent personal server solution currently on the market are Umbre and Start9 by Embassy. Both projects offer a plug and play operating system from personal server. Common on the both common to both projects is that they have each raised capital from investors who value privacy as well as self-sovereignty. Right. They have taken a generalized approach to running a self-hosted software in a easy-to-use way. By doing this, they weaken the number one argument against personal computer. That is, everyday people are never going to use the such service. And while terms like sovereign computing or personal server might still be foreign to the general public, we are beginning to see those self-hosted server like Umbra and Ambassador are increasingly run outside of tech-heavy circle by ordinary people that want privacy as well as self-sovereignty when it comes to operating their online life. Different between these two solutions is Ember is a server-side application. All right, there's no way of updating a single application. It's either all or nothing. Umbra is one of the one-stop application store. There is no built-in health check system for application like Umbra. Umbra currently has small services and they are more commonly known as the Bitcoin in the Bitcoin space. Umbra has a private cloud service. Start9 is a service for by Embassy. All right, it's a service need if a service need any security update, a new version will be installed without having to update the entire Embassy. Embassy also create a complete and encrypted backup for your entire system, which is a matter of clicking create backup in the user interface. As of now, this is not possible with Ombre. Start9 developer define what constitute health for given service and write script to test it. Embassy perform this health check on a continuous basis, presenting result to the user inside the user interface. This way, user can immediately tell whether or not a service is running smoothly. So these two competitors work together or work towards the common goal of making personal server as widely accepted and used as possible. Because they both offer convenient solutions that are simple to use, the odds they achieve this goal has been never been better. Today, users realize they are not actually the customer, right? But rather the product. This led users to look at other services that are more mindful of user data privacy and less dependent on the business model functioning around the monetization of user data. While this is the first step by taking control over one's digital activities, more users are figuring out that such services are still prone to traditional architecture or Web 2.0 and therefore cannot offer privacy and integrity that is expected. This is changing. Right? Users are moving towards up and coming personal server or Web 3. Today, freemium setup will increasingly have to be turned into a subscription based model. Users are aware that their data are being monetized by giants like Apple, Facebook, Amazon, and the rest. As this company will no longer be able to mine and monet, monetized user data in the same way that they always have. The question is, how will SaaS companies make money? There really is only one option: subscription. This means that the traditional application will increasingly come with a cost attached that user will have to consistently pay. More and more people along the way will likely reach for alternatives in the form of personal computer server solution. As opposed to traditional application, the use of services as a personal server will have a one-time cost, right, attached to the beginning, and then that can be used free of charge for the rest of one's lifetime. Because there is no middleman involved that would charge any subscription fee. This is quite a value proposition, indeed. So while personal server revolution will surely be driven by ideological and conviction, there will also be tangible economic incentive that will drive people to adopt the personal server altogether. It is a privacy conscious individual and Bitcoin aficionados that are acting as pioneers in this field. Many of them have been using either Embro, Stuxnet Embassy, or both on a daily basis. Both Embro and Stuxnet Embassy come with a Bitcoin node as well as Lightning node integrated. This way, popular Bitcoin wallet can be easily paired with either of these nodes. So the ultimate vision, sovereign individual will be able to build out and profit from the convenience of smart home sovereign server without having the home report back to Google, Amazon, or any other tech giant. Honestly, it is scary how these private corporations control our life. You search something on the internet, the next moment you'll be bombarded with all the advertisements. I was in Phuket last week, or in fact this week. I searched the massage parlor after golf. The next moment, I was driving with the GPS map along the road. every message massage parlor was broadcast to me. Yes, Asians are less conscious of privacy, but almost every day our privacy is slowly eroded. I think we need to start worrying about the future. Thank you for watching. Till next time. Bye bye.